The Ark of the Covenant has fascinated humanity for over 3,000 years. It is not only one of the most sacred objects mentioned in the Bible, but also one of the most enduring mysteries of human history. The Ark, according to the book of Exodus, was built by Moses under God's command. Crafted of acacia wood and overlaid with pure gold, it measured roughly 1.1 meters long and 0.7 meters wide. Its cover, known as the mercy seat, was adorned with two golden cherubim facing one another. Between them, it was believed, the presence of God would appear. Inside were said to lie the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments, Aaron's rod that blossomed, and a pot of manna from the desert. But what made the Ark so extraordinary was not just its construction, it was the power attributed to it. In the wilderness, the Israelites carried it before them as a symbol of divine guidance. When the priests bearing the Ark stepped into the river Jordan, the waters parted, allowing the people to cross on dry land. At Jericho, the Ark was carried around the city walls for 7 days. On the 7th day, with the sound of trumpets and the shout of the people, the mighty walls of Jericho collapsed. The Ark was more than a sacred chest. It was a force that altered the course of battles and inspired both awe and terror. The Ark was also dangerous. The Bible recounts how a man named Uzzah reached out to steady it when the oxen pulling its cart stumbled. In that instant he was struck dead. Others who dared to look inside were said to have been killed as well. Some later traditions describe the Ark as emitting fire or energy, capable of burning or striking down those who came too close. To ancient believers, it was the ultimate proof of divine holiness. To modern theorists, it raises the question, was the Ark simply a symbol of sacred power, or could it have been an artifact with properties far beyond what ancient people could understand? As history unfolded, the Ark became central to the life of Israel. It was placed in the tabernacle, a portable sanctuary, during the wanderings in the desert. Later, it was enshrined in Solomon's temple in Jerusalem, where it was said to rest within the Holy of Holies, the innermost and most sacred chamber. Only the high priest could enter this space, and only once a year on the Day of Atonement. The Ark represented the very presence of God on earth. But then the unthinkable happened. In 587 BCE, the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar besieged Jerusalem, destroyed Solomon's temple, and carried off treasures. And yet in the biblical account of what was taken, the Ark of the Covenant is conspicuously missing. After this point, history falls silent. The Ark, so central to the faith of a nation, simply disappears. Was it destroyed, hidden, or carried away? The mystery begins here. Over the centuries, countless theories have been put forward. Some believe that the Babylonians seized the Ark and it was lost among the treasures of Mesopotamia. Others argue that the Jewish priests, foreseeing the destruction, hid it in a secret chamber beneath the Temple Mount. The problem is that access to the Temple Mount today is extremely restricted, and archaeological investigation there is nearly impossible. Could the Ark still lie buried beneath the city of Jerusalem, waiting for discovery? Other stories take the Ark much farther afield. In Ethiopia, one of the oldest Christian traditions claims that the Ark was taken by Menelik I, said to be the son of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. According to this legend, the Ark was brought to the ancient city of Aksum, where it remains today inside the Church of St. Mary of Zion. To this day, the church claims to guard the Ark, and one chosen monk, known as the Guardian, devotes his entire life to watching over it. No one else is allowed to see it, making this one of the most intriguing yet unverifiable claims about the Ark's fate. Meanwhile, other legends place the Ark in Egypt, suggesting it was taken along the Nile and hidden in one of the country's many ancient sanctuaries. Some speculate it could even have been transported to Rome, carried off by conquerors in later centuries. There are even more unusual theories. Some fringe researchers argue that the Ark may have been hidden by the Knights Templar during the Crusades, or even that it lies concealed in a cave somewhere in Europe, awaiting rediscovery. Beyond historical theories, the Ark has inspired countless interpretations about its true nature. Could it have been more than a religious object? Some writers have speculated that the Ark functioned like a capacitor or energy device, storing and releasing electrical charges. They point to biblical descriptions of fire, lightning, and power associated with it. Others suggest it was an ancient communication device, connecting humanity with the divine in ways we no longer understand. Still others claim it was a weapon of war, a tool that could devastate armies. While these ideas remain speculative, they reveal how the Ark continues to fire the imagination of believers, scholars, and adventurers alike. In modern times, the Ark of the Covenant has captured popular culture. It has appeared in novels, documentaries, and perhaps most famously in Steven Spielberg's Raiders of the Lost Ark, where it was depicted as a weapon of unimaginable power. While fictional, this portrayal draws on centuries of legends about the Ark's dangerous energy. Yet for all the stories, no definitive evidence of the Ark has ever been found. Archaeologists continue to debate whether it ever existed as described, or whether it was a symbolic object that became magnified in tradition. Some scholars argue that the Ark's disappearance allowed it to grow larger in legend, becoming not just a relic of Israelite religion, but a universal symbol of divine mystery. The Ark of the Covenant endures because it represents something greater than itself. It is a vessel of faith, a symbol of divine presence, and perhaps, just perhaps, a link to knowledge far beyond what we understand. Was it truly built by human hands under divine instruction? Was it taken, hidden, or destroyed? Or is it still waiting somewhere to be revealed? The mystery of the Ark has lasted more than 2.5 millennia, and perhaps it will endure for many centuries more. But one thing is certain: as long as humanity seeks answers about the divine, about our past, and about the unknown, the Ark of the Covenant will continue to capture our imagination. For more mysteries from history and beyond, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow Atlas in Mysteries.